we have to cheers.
Okay.
Or, as we say in Japan, because I learned a little bit of Japanese while I was over there.
Because you went to Japan for I Love Kellie Pickler.
We did.
Got to hear all about it.
It was amazing. The most important Japanese word that I learned was kampai.
Tell me about kampai.
Kampai means cheers. Kampai.
Kampai.
You hear that glass? Kampai. Kampai.
Kampai, and that means cheers?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about Japan. What is the traditions of Japan? Because you go there for the season finale of I Love Kellie Pickler.
Yes.
Which season 2 started airing. We're going to be 3 episodes in by the time this podcast airs.
Yes.
We're going to do a little recap right now and talk about the future.
Mm-hmm.
You wrap the whole thing up by going to Japan.
Well, we don't know if they're going to make it the season finale or if it's going to be earlier in the show yet.
Because we can't wait to see it.
We can't wait.
We can't wait.
We had the best time. So Kyle and I, we packed up our suitcases, flew off to Asia. First time.
To Asia?
Yes. To Japan, Tokyo, and it was incredible. It was so wonderful.
What is it like over there?
It is, well, Tokyo, we went to the observatory, and it made New York City look like our hometowns.
Really?
Like Waco and Albemarle. Waco, Texas, Albemarle, North Carolina. It seriously made
Tokyo's
New York
crazy.
Yeah,
huh?
it's so big. There's just buildings and buildings and buildings. It's like a sea of cement.
A cement jungle.
It is. But it's so wonderful. The people are so great. And
What are people like in Japan? And by the way, if y'all hear
big country music fans.
lawnmowers, someone's mowing your lawn next door.
Yeah.
We just like to give you some flavor and some background noise.
Yes.
So
that's our background music.
It's a weed whacker over there.
A weed whacker. This is country.
This is
a country podcast.
Country podcast?
Country Caroline.
Heck yeah. Okay, so people love country music in Japan?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, they love traditional country
music.
music. They love the pop and what's going on now, but there's big, like, country music traditionalists there. Like Dolly, Tammy. They know all the classics, so it was interesting. We had a ball. We had a blast.
So tell me, what inspired you to go to Japan to wrap up the show, I Love Kellie Pickler, season 2?
Well, you know, I'm an adventure chaser.
You are. You love it.
I live out of a suitcase. You live out of a suitcase, too.
But you need to travel.
Absolutely. I've always said that regardless of what job I have as my profession, whatever it is, it has to enable me to travel.
You want to see
the
world.
I want to see the world, meet as many people as I can, different types of people, study the culture, soak up the atmosphere, and I don't know, it was amazing. It was so wonderful.
So where does that love of people and culture and traveling come from? Like, what does, I like to talk about souls. What is your soul wanting? Are you just wanting to know people, experience things? Like, what is that drives that?
You know, I think, I don't know, off the bat, but I feel in my soul, if we're talking soul sister, conversation here, growing up in such a tiny little town where, you know what you know and you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And I've always been that person, that little curious George, little explorer that wanted to push the boundaries and go, you don't want me to go over here. Why?
What's over there?
What's over there?
Why are you hiding it from me?
Let me see for myself.
And make your own decisions.
Absolutely. So, for me, I just, from the time, as far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to, like I said, live out of a suitcase and see the world, meet as many different kinds of people that I can. Why do you believe what you believe? Tell me.
You want to know.
Me. Like, I'm so curious about just the human race and what makes you you.
So you're not one of those people that's like, well, this is the way I was raised and this is how I was taught and this is the way it is.
I will not form my opinion based on yours. I will form my own opinion based on my own experience.
So you need to get out there and experience things.
I have to see the world. And, it goes hand in hand. It's like there's always going to be people that love you. There's going to be people that don't really care for you. I would never want someone that has never met me, that doesn't know me, to form an opinion on me based on what they've heard.
Okay.
You know? So I want to do the same for anyone else.
You want to give everyone a shot.
Absolutely.
To
Blank
know
canvas.
them.
I'm not going to form an opinion based on anything other than what I witnessed with my own eyes or experience
Where do you get that?
with, you know.
Where do you get that mentality?
I don't know. I mean, that's just how I'm wired.
You, though, after knowing you now, like, we've gotten the chance to become good friends over these past few years, which I really have loved.
Mm-hmm.
You really, you have a good guiding compass inside of you. Like, your moral code, you know, some people don't necessarily know right or wrong or know what's right for them, or I don't know. You have a guiding compass in you that knows the way and knows the right way. Like, after hearing you talk, because you've talked to me about a lot of stuff and you've given me great advice and you're a great friend, but like, your compass is just, it's really knows what to do. How do you know that?
I mean, I don't always know what to do, but I feel that, you know, as a human being, we all know what feels good.
Right.
And what feels bad. And a lot of times we can be pulled in that feel bad's direction.
Because it's kind of glamorous sometimes. It can be shiny and flashy.
It can be.
And sexy.
But you have to go back to what's the motive of your heart. And, you know, it's, I don't know, for me, it was always growing up where I wanted to, I'm not going to become a product of my environment.
You knew that from a young age?
I did. I've always been very independent, somewhat of a loner, which people would be surprised to know or hear about me, is that I'm very much a loner. I enjoy me time.
To recharge?
Absolutely that, and to just reflect.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. You know right from wrong. There's that little, it doesn't matter. We don't get to choose the place the day that we're born.
Right.
But we choose what we do with our life. It's like we're not the dealer. We don't deal the cards. Sometimes we never meet the dealer.
Mm-hmm.
We wake up and these are the cards that are laid
and sometimes they're not fair.
You're brought into the world. Like I said, you don't choose the place the day that you're born. So we come into the world. We're dealt this hand of cards, and we don't, and I've said this before, we've talked about this many times, we're not the dealer. We don't choose the hand that we're dealt, but we choose how we play the game. And the motive of your heart guides you, and you learn that the community, the people that you surround yourself by, very much make those desires or help make those desires become a reality.
Mm-hmm.
So if you surround yourself by yes people, I call them yes peoples, it's easy to stray, get sidetracked, and you don't look back on a life that you're proud of. You have to surround yourself by people that love you enough to tell you when you're wrong. More importantly,
but you are but you also got to realize a lot of people who get to these positions where they do have a team around them, they don't want people to tell them if they're wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
and they have to live with those choices, and
Mm-hmm.
there's no judgment there. That is, you
Right.
know, what you do with your life is your business, and we should all be able to break bread. So, I don't know.
You want to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's all we can hope to be, is the best version of ourselves possible. You know, and we're gonna hit speed bumps or climb mountains in the process, but you live and learn and love and hope that you will come out brighter than, you know, what you were before. So
what drives you? Everyone's driven by something. What is your drive? When you wake up every day, of course you want to be successful, and of course you want to fulfill your talent, but what is your drive? What's your goal?
I don't know if the thing that drives me per se is wanting to I can't just put it on one thing. It's many things. One thing being I never wanted to become a product of my environment.
Right.
So there's that. There is this love and light that I see in the people closest to, me, whether it's my husband, our friends, our community, my sister. There's this fire that the people that I love and hold so dearly, they just light in me, and they just ignite this flame. And it's like, man, I have to do great, not just for myself, but I have to do great for them.
Awesome.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. You care about your people.
You
care about yourself and your people.
You care about yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to get to a place where you do love yourself. There's going to be times where you're disappointed in yourself, for sure.
Totally.
But, there's going to be times where you go, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said fuck,
Well,
whatever. But, man, I shouldn't have done that. But we are, like you said, we're human. And we have to learn from, those doings and whatnot. And we're human. We're gonna fuck up. We're gonna do things that we're not proud of. We learn from it. We move on. But you surround yourself with people that you admire and that are a sanctuary for you, and hopefully you are a sanctuary for them as well. And they drive you, they push you, they motivate you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Mm-hmm. You have those friends that you call or come to their house and you talk about whatever's going on in your personal life that, nobody else needs to know about. You just need to vent. You need a sanctuary.
And get good advice.
And absolutely.
Not like bitching advice, but you want good advice.
Yeah, you want to be, you need clarity.
Yes.
Because it's cloudy. Mm-hmm. So you need clarity. And I don't know if it's the people that I've been so blessed to surround myself by. My husband, my friends, you're one of them. Oh, okay. My sister, I always say my sister, she's the strongest woman I know.
Love her.
I don't know, that community that pushes you and gives you that drive to be the best version of yourself that you can be, and that motivates you.
I love that.
If that makes sense.
It totally makes sense. Okay, I want to start off with a little rapid fire.
Okay.
Well, not start off. Now we're like 10 minutes in.
Okay.
Say the first word that comes to mind when I say a word.
And you can bleep me.
You. I'll bleep you all day.
Bloop and bleep.
Okay. Excited.
Excited?
What makes you excited?
Oh.
Don't think about it.
Oh, excited? Kyle makes me excited.
You guys have the best relationship.
He's so wonderful. He does excite me, so.
Okay, Kyle. Okay, what's a must for you?
A
must? Put that mic up to your mouth. Put that mic
right up here?
Yes, girl. Get it all in there. Make love to that
mic. Make love to it. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Sorry.
Okay, what was the question?
A must. What is a must for you?
A must.
Yeah.
Fried okra.
Yes! I love fried okra.
Isn't it the best?
I just got the best fried okra at Edley's. Have you
did?
gotten it there yet?
I don't think so.
It is so good.
Yeah?
Yes.
I have to.
I love fried okra.
It's like country cooking then.
Fried okra is where it's at.
But Edley's?
Edley's barbecue.
Okay, I have to do that.
I'll take you there.
Okay, please.
It's so good. Okay.
I look forward to it.
Can't wait.
Little date time.
Okay, what do you try to avoid?
I try to avoid assholes. I don't know. Like, you know me, like, I'm a big energy person. So
Totally.
When I feel that I'm in a dark presence, I just like detour. I don't even need to talk about what's going on over there. I just want to get out of there. So
you
beeline to the door and get out. I don't like, I don't know. I get really overwhelmed with people's energies, which people would probably be surprised by.
Well, and you said something too, which I agree with you. You can see everything you need to see about someone in their eyes.
Generally.
Do I have good eyes? Do you see good stuff?
I don't know. Oh, my God. Lucifer! Linda Blair! We need an exorcism right now. No, you're beautiful.
But you look at people's eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul.
Well, they are, but even if you were blind, like there's this energy. Like, have you ever been in the room with someone and you didn't even see them walk in, but you felt their presence?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden you're like, whoa, this is really heavy. I feel like we can feed off of each other's energies. And
Yes.
when people, it's like if you're at a dinner with friends and everybody's happy and laughing and joking around and it's lighthearted and whatever and everybody's just having a good time, and then someone walks into the room and you don't even see them. You feel them before before you make eye contact. I don't know. I'm an energy person.
I love that about you. I love
It's
that you're an
weird.
energy
So
person.
I
feel
try
like
to detour. I beeline like out of there if I feel not a good
bad
vibe.
energy. Bye.
Bad energy.
Bye.
Peace out.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Speaking of Lance Bass, who we
Yes,
played
I
Celebrity
love
Family
him.
Feud
Is
against.
he not amazing?
He's amazing.
Amazing.
He's amazing.
Yes.
We got to talk about him because that is episode 2 of I Love Kellie Pickler.
Yes.
When we went to Family Feud, which we're going to get to.
Yes.
Lance Bass.
Yes.
What's your vision board?
Vision board.
Yeah,
oh my
where's-
gosh.
Like, where do you see yourself?
well,
at the-
hopefully,
what's your vision?
go ahead.
Yeah, what's your vision board?
In
life.
In life. I just want to, all in all, I guess, long story longer. I just want to be a bright light in the world. I just want
are.
to make people happy, and I want to be happy. I am. I'm blessed. We have a beautiful life, beautiful people in our lives with great hearts and great motives, and we're all, I don't know, just trying to get through this world and make it. I just want to be in good company, and I want people to, I don't know. There's this Maya Angelou quote that I love so much, and I'm probably going to butcher it, but it is something along the lines of, people will forget what you said, and
People will forget what you
what
said, and forget what you do, but they will remember how you made them feel.
Yes.
Love
People
that
will
quote.
never forget how you made them feel, and I just want to make people feel like they matter.
I love that.
Does that make sense?
I love that. It makes
and
total sense.
it really has nothing to do with your job, your profession, what you do for a living. You can do anything as an occupation and still make eye contact with people and make them know, not just feel, but know that
They're important.
that they matter, that, we are a human race. It's
Where
not.
does that drive come from to make people feel like they matter?
It's just human decency.
But not everyone has that. Not everyone has that motive of their heart.
It just, I don't know. It's how I'm wired.
You want to make people feel special.
I do. Because we all need to feel loved. And there are so many people that come from broken homes where they never felt that they had purpose, a reason for living. And, we've talked, I've been there. I've been that person that felt, that way. And it's so dark and it's so scary. I would never want anyone to feel that they're, I don't know, the breath, the air in their lungs does not serve for a greater purpose.
Love that.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Totally makes sense.
So I don't know where that comes from. It's just humans. Like, we're people.
Well, maybe you have, like you said, you came from a little bit of that broken background, and like you don't want people to feel that way.
Absolutely not. And
We're in this really deep moment.
I
and
know
that
we
weed
are, and
whacker
that
is
weed
just
whacker
going.
is going to town, isn't it?
Keeping it light, man.
Yeah.
Whack those weeds.
Yeah, whack it off. Shit. But no, I mean, we have to realize that this is, one world, and we all share the same planet, and we have to love and take care of each other, and have grace and compassion, and just have a heart, and never let people make our minds up for us.
I love that. I love that.
Never let other people dictate why you feel the way you feel. Make sure that this is exactly how you feel and not what someone else told you or convinced you to feel.
I love that.
So be your own person. You don't have to become a product of your environment, no matter where you come from. You can go out into the world and build your own life. And we live in America. We're so blessed. We didn't get to choose this country that we were born into, where we can be women born into this generation that can have careers and have lives. And we can be a wife. We can be a homemaker. And we can also go and do other things. Absolutely. We can do whatever we want with our lives.
How amazing.
And that is a blessing. And did not come, to our doorstep without sacrifice. So, you honor the people and shine a light on the people that enable you to live this beautiful life here that we have.
I love that.
And having, been
so
born
well.
in a place where we are so blessed, it's so important for us to go to other dark places and shine a light there and say, it's okay, it's possible.
So you feel a calling with your life to shine light in dark places.
Absolutely. But
I
that's
love
just,
that, Kelly. I
but
love that.
you do.
But yes, but like at the same time, you have a platform that a lot of people could say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. But you say, no, I'm going to do what I want to do, which honestly led you to your show, I Love Kellie Pickler. I feel like the premise of that show is to be a bright light. Like, you've said it to me before, and you've said it to the cast before when we were filming. You're like, I want this to be something that brightens people's days. I want people to watch this and feel happy.
Yeah, there's so much toxic, negative energy. There's so many bad things going on. There's these little bad, evil seeds that are being planted all over the place every day. But there's also good seeds that are being planted as well. And I feel like if we nurture that, and if we surround ourselves by good farmers, and when I say good farmers, I mean good people, where the motives of their hearts in the right place. You surround yourself by good farmers, and you nurture those beautiful good seeds, and it will take over.
It will grow. How it needs to grow.
Absolutely. So,
but you're committed to putting it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
You can. Why wouldn't you?
Why not? So, and you do every day. So, you are a very bright light.
Thanks,
and
Kelly.
That is one reason why, many reasons, but one of the biggest reasons why Kyle and I feel just drawn to hold you close.
I feel drawn to you. You have always been someone who I have thought has just been so bright. Like, when I think of you, I think of brightness. And I watched you on American Idol. I watched you come up through the ranks. You didn't have an easy...
It's been 11 years,
It's been 11 years. It's not like someone handed you this perfect silver platter of like, oh, let me just make your life easy, and here's an entertainment career. You fought for it. You got it. You went out there and you overcame stuff. And I love that about you, because everything in your life, you've turned it into either a lesson or a stepping stone to positivity. And I think that is such an example.
Thank you very much. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's talk about I Love Kellie Pickler, because this show has been a riot. In season 2, season 2 has been so fun. We've gotten, after this airs, it will be 3 episodes in.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Can you believe it?
I mean, we've shot for what, 3-4 months?
And now it's just like flying by.
No.
This whole show kicked off with Kyle coming to a bar. Me and Jennifer Wayne was there. And
love her.
Kyle, what y'all were like, the thing that I really like about this episode is you and Kyle are letting us into your life a little bit, and even like a little bit into your dating life. Like the first episode was all about setting up a date for each other.
Yeah.
A little bit of role playing. Like it's getting a little sexy.
And you know all about that. What is it, Sophia?
I had to call my mom and apologize. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, putting all my sex life on national TV.
Yeah, you didn't. It was a very classy way. It was a very wacko. Waco.
Waco, yeah.
I know, I love Waco though. Isn't that fun? I would tell everybody I was from Waco,
Well,
Texas.
I am wacko in the head, so I
I
might as
love
well
it.
be from it.
Well, that's our like kindred spirits that have attracted ourselves to
Like
each other.
attracts like, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how did you guys decide how you wanted to kick off the episode? Because you guys started off like it was sexy starting off in a bar.
We just wanted to keep it fun and energetic, and with you and Jen, it was so wonderful, just us having our girl time, and then Kyle popping in, and he can be one of the girls. He's gonna kill me for saying that,
But he's such a good girlfriend because he's like he's your husband. But
he's
he cares.
like a brother.
Yes.
It means so much to me. I will tell you that the fact that the women closest to me love my husband, and my husband has this like brotherhood sistership with,
it's like a brother-sister relationship.
absolutely, like Kyle is one of those people that all of my girlfriends, if they have guy advice or dating or marriage advice or what do I do
Kyle.
here, they call Kyle, and he's like, dude, what can I do? How can I help? And I love that. I love that my husband is invested in my friendships.
Yep.
And makes my friends a part of,
His world.
His world. Yeah. So
He does. He
I
makes
love
you
it.
feel important as a friend.
Yeah.
Like he totally cares. The first episode was hilarious to me though because Kyle and Ken, which Ken is Kyle's
oh my
best
gosh.
friend, and he's a songwriter and he's married to Andy, who's also your best friend. So it's like
yes.
husbands are best friends, wives are best friends.
Yes.
So fun. And then Jen and I are like dating. Even though I'm married, it's like Jen and I have been working together for 10 years, so we might as well be married. When Michael and I got married, it's like, okay, Michael, I mean, if you can't marry Jen,
big
you
shoes
can't
to
marry
fill.
both of us. Yeah, exactly. So Jen needed a date. And Kyle was like, okay, I'm going to step in. And this is real.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone thinks all this stuff is like fabricated on reality TV, but for real, like Jen needed a date.
Like Kyle has to, like, he wants a blood sample. He wants this, like he wants to know everything. He wants your like background check.
He wants to know everything.
Everything. Because he knows how important the women that are close to me, he knows how much they mean to me. And so I think that makes those women.
He's protective
Yeah,
over them.
he's just protective in a sister or brotherly way.
So Jen has told me for 10 years that I cannot find her a date. I've been trying for 10 years. I can't do it. So Kyle's like, okay, I'm stepping in. And I'm bringing Ken, and we're going to the dog park because she's obsessed with dogs.
Oh, I know, right? I know. I told her, I was like, maybe we need to dial back the whole dog post.
obsession.
Like everything on your page is like dogs.
Yes.
It was just fun. It's great. It's
love
beautiful.
dogs.
But what else?
So Kyle's like, okay, you know what? She's in love with dogs more than humans. We're going to go to the dog park, bring her dogs, and find her a man. So he obviously gets Ken because no guy can go pick up another guy without a wingman.
Totally.
So he grabs Ken, and they go to the dog park to pick up a dude. And I literally laughed so hard I peed my pants. Like, I literally couldn't handle it because they go and they start dating guys at the dog park.
Yeah,
Ken
it's
and
hilarious.
Kyle, they like start
Ken of all
approaching
people
dudes, having
from
dates,
Alabama.
like giving them the rundown, like why are you
Alabama
would
and
you be a good candidate?
Minnesota went to the dog park
To date
and
for
yes,
Jen.
yes, it's hilarious. But I thought it was funny and all in, I don't know, it was lighthearted and
And they found her a date. We all went to dinner with him.
and he was lovely. He was wonderful.
Lovely. He was he actually worked at a dog store.
Yes,
The
that's
spot.
right.
He groomed dogs.
It feels so weird because we shot that months and months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so weird to see it, 6 months later.
It wasn't true love, and you said that. You're like, I don't know if it's going to be true love, but they gave
Yeah,
it their best shot.
I just knew it, but he's wonderful. Obviously, Jen is wonderful, and I'm sure they will find true happiness.
Kyle gave it his best shot.
He did.
God, I appreciate the attempt. And Ken, they got in there, man.
They did. I mean, they took one for the team for sure.
Go, boys, go. I mean, I can't. When I saw that episode, because they told us about what they filmed.
Yeah.
But when I actually saw it being played out,
Yeah.
it was too funny for me.
Too funny.
So then episode 2,
Family Feud, doggy style.
Kelly,
What am I gonna do with you?
that was the most embarrassing day of my life.
No.
In the best way.
It
but,
was
like,
so great.
it's a breakdown.
Honestly, though, I will say in your defense,
Tell
you
it.
were okay.
Set it up.
So
Set the whole thing up.
you were at the very end of the line,
Right?
and so you had like
No options.
no options. Yes, exactly. And
So tell people what happened. With
so
the whole thing.
the
whole,
question was, name something that your husband can do to you.
only your man could do to your behind.
do to your behind.
Who says that anyway?
And so you think pinch, smack, grab,
Kiss it. Your sister
kiss
Courtney
it.
said kiss it.
yeah, and
And then like
slap
check
it,
it out.
or something. Check it out. Brad said check it out, and I mean that's pretty much everything.
What's left?
You've touched it. You've looked at it. There's what else do you do? And you kind of got backed in a corner on that
Thanks.
question.
I appreciate your support.
I think that Mr. Harvey wanted you to say that.
So
No.
I ended up saying, if you're married, you can
If you're married. Yeah, that was the Texas
you can
coming
do
out.
dirty from behind.
Ah!
It was hilarious though.
Yeah, it was funny. And his face was epic.
Well, Steve, he's so crazy. He loves that stuff.
It's hilarious.
But you started off the whole show. You were so excited. We were playing Lance Bass. You were so excited.
I
that
missed
you didn't hit the buzzer.
Well, and I did that in the dress rehearsal. Remember, I missed and I slapped the microphone instead.
It was overwhelming.
Oh
It was
my
the
God.
excitement.
It's so interesting because you watch the show at home from the comfort of your own couch.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, what an idiot. I would have said this. I would have said
Right.
that.
How could they
You're
say
sitting
that?
there during that fast money round and you're like, oh my God, I got this. Oh my God, what an idiot.
Yeah.
You know, and he should have done this or she should have
Kelly,
said
because
that.
you didn't even
But
say
then you
5
get there
answers.
and you're on the spot and you're going, oh my God.
Your mind blanks out. You're
You
freaking
do.
out.
And then Steve Harvey's there and you have a live studio audience and
Because
there's
you didn't
money on the line for the USO, and so there's all this pressure and you just get crazy.
Because you didn't even finish your fast money round. Like you had one
I
question.
did not.
You didn't
I
even
did
answer.
not finish, did I?
No.
My God.
Because you were so excited and
I was
overwhelmed.
so excited, so overwhelmed, and jacked up on coffee and Jack Daniels, and
But then Courtney came through in the end, and we still won.
we did. She kicked butt.
Courtney and Brad crushed, and so did
Crushed
Kyle.
it.
The whole team was great.
It was so great.
and you crushed.
We did it.
We
All
won.
of us.
Yeah. Cheers.
Come pie.
Compay. So that was so fun, and what a bucket list moment. When you called and you said that we're all gonna have a competition to see who can get to Family Feud,
Yeah.
and that was part of the episode. We all had.
What'd
to, like,
you do
duke
to
it up.
like study up for it?
Well, they said it's gonna be who knows Kyle and Kelly the most because it's gonna be like the 5th family member.
Yeah.
So it's like a part of the family. So I
Yeah.
was like, I got this. I know y'all.
Because they weren't, Family Feud wasn't going to let us do it unless we had just 5 full, like,
Family members.
full-blown family members. We're like, most of them are in jail, so can our friends come?
And so it was great. There was one spot, and a friend got to duke it out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I took it seriously.
Oh, you did?
I think Andy maybe thought she had it in the bag, or Ken, because they've known you longer than I have. Or Dave, because he plays guitar with
we've
you.
actually known each other longer because you and Jen and I met when I first moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
Back when I lived at the Enclave. Like,
Oh,
Hillary
yeah.
Williams and I were neighbors.
Love Hillary. That's how y'all
And
became friends?
that's how we met. We were neighbors. And then you and Jen and I met shortly after. And then we did that Dress to Kill.
In New York, the Sean Connery fashion
Yeah,
show.
yeah. And so we actually had known each other a lot
10
longer.
years.
And then, yeah. And then Andy and I, had met a few years ago and just built just this close relationship. And she's so wonderful. And we just love Ken. I feel like Ken is a brother. And
He's the best.
And
how could you have a better person
they're
than
just
Ken?
wonderful people. And that's what makes this show so great is the substance, the people, you, Jen, Dave, Allison. Dave is a brother.
He plays guitar with you.
Yes,
Has for years.
and for years. And his wife, Allison, is a sister. And She's so smart and so wise
and so athletic. She's run a 50 million marathons.
Yeah, she has probably literally 50 million.
Who can even run one?
Yeah,
and she's
she was at Boston. She does that every year. She does the Nashville. She does all the marathons. She's so
like
athletic.
A rocket scientist.
She is. I always tell everyone she's an astronaut. She's a data scientist, but nobody knows what the hell that is. So I just tell people that she's an astronaut.
Well, she is. I think she is.
And people always ask her about space. I will say Andy asked her the first time I think they met. She asked, because I told Andy that Allison was an astronaut. And so, of course, Andy being from Canada. She
believed you.
Well, I told her that the movie Gravity was actually inspired by Allison. Sandra Bullock plays her in a movie.
Are you serious? She
well,
you?
I thought that when I said that, I thought she would know, because at this point it had been, a good 8 months.
Andy's gullible.
Yeah, she is.
I love that about her.
And I love it about her.
It's so
She's
fun.
Oh my
She's
God, I can
prank.
tell her anything and she's gonna believe it.
She still does after all this
time. Well, not now. She knows now, and trust me, she got even. Or she's going to if she hadn't already. But so it'd been like 8-9 months that I'd been telling Andy that Allison was an astronaut.
Stop.
And she finally one night, we're over at the house and here, and she's asking Allison what outer space is like.
Andy, God bless her. I love Andy.
And
are you serious?
Yeah. And so Allison's trying to make up some bullshit off the top of her head, like, well, you see, da 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 da. And it was so hilarious. And now Andy obviously knows that Allison is not an astronaut. And so.
But 8 months? It's almost a year of believing something.
Yeah. So.
It's a pretty good job you're doing there, Kelly.
Vengeance is not for the Lord. It's for Andy. She's going to get me. I'm sure.
But okay, so let's talk about the cast, because on the cast this season we have, of course, Kyle, your fabulous husband. I want you, in your own words, to describe the cast a little bit. So tell me about Kyle, your husband.
Kyle is, I've said this many times. I said this earlier. He's my sanctuary. He's my best friend. He's my adventure life partner, and I don't know, the place that I run to when I need to celebrate something great, or if I need to mourn something sad, he is that safe rock. He is that sanctuary for me. So, and we laugh. Fun. He's so funny, and that is so important in a relationship, whether it's a marriage or a friendship or relative or whatever. To have that community that you can go to and experience joy and feel joy. To experience it, see it, and feel it. Those are all different things. And to have someone that shines the light on all of those is so wonderful. So he's my life. He is my heartbeat.
Aww. In the first episode, y'all had the outdoing each other on the date night, because you did this really sweet thing where you had a video of his grandfathers talking.
Yeah.
And then one of his grandfathers passed away, right?
Yes.
After that video. Mm-hmm. So what a treasure. And what was that? What did he say in that video? The grandfathers. That was episode 1.
We didn't know. Obviously, we weren't aware that his grandfather was going to pass at that time, and so. We didn't know until right before the episode aired that, his grandpa had passed. And, we thought, what would be a sweet way to just tribute this to, his grandfather, his honor. And he was such an amazing man and a godly man and so wonderful and whatnot. But I don't know. It worked out the way that it worked out because that's the way that it was supposed to be, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. But each one of the grandfathers gave him some advice or some words of love and wisdom. Words
of wisdom, and just I think it's so important, for it's important for children to have a mom and a father figure in their life. I will speak for I don't like to speak for anyone, but I will say for Kyle, so great to have strong men in his family
as an example,
pass down their, not necessarily their legacy, but their heart, their soul.
Mm-hmm.
And you leave that behind. You know, it is like the footprints in the sand.
Totally.
You know, and the waves will come up and wash those footprints away, but they're still imprinted. They're still embedded on your soul. And you know, I think for Kyle, he was very blessed to have strong men and women. You know, his mother is a strong woman, and so he was raised in a very beautiful home environment where he had those strong influences.
That's awesome.
In a positive way and whatnot. So that first episode, you know, was very, it was
touching.
It was tough too. It was touching, but it was tough too, because when we shot that scene, that was months earlier. You know, that was 4 months before the episode aired, and then his grandfather passed. And
what a legacy to have that documented, though.
Yeah, and to have his mom come here and teach me her, and I'm no cook, and you know, I can barely boil water. I can barely turn the microwave on, boil water. But to have her just share her family recipe of her apple pie, and which was a childhood memory and a favorite of Kyle's growing up. That was really precious, and I thought...
And they live here now, his mom.
Yeah, they moved here from Minnesota. They're so wonderful. They're so great.
And they make it on an episode. Y'all do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, we do some fun stuff and whatnot. But, yeah, it's great to have that community.
It is. To have your core people who love you, support you, who are here for you.
But, yeah, that first episode was really special, not just because his parents and his grandparents were involved, but, you know, to just honor his grandfather.
And his legacy.
Yeah, his legacy, but just his heart.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, sweet.
Okay, tell me about Andy.
Andy is one of the most strong women I have ever known. She is such a spitfire pistol of a woman. And I adore that in her. She is an amazing friend. She's an amazing wife. She is a great mother, stepmother, and she and I have experienced very similar struggles in our adolescent years, where the moment that we met, we identified, we connected on this level that was so deep.
Related.
Yeah. We just identified in a sense of, okay, this woman is so special. And when I'm weak, she is going to help me be strong.
I love that.
And when she's weak, I'm going to be her strength.
Y'all got each other's back.
In that sisterhood. So, yeah, it was just a beautiful friendship that blossomed quick.
Y'all were meant to be friends.
Destined. It was meant to be.
And y'all
like
garden together?
We garden.
Have chickens together?
We do. But she's so wonderful, and she is someone that I consider to be one of the most crafty, artistic women that or just people in general that I've ever met. She can turn nothing into something so beautiful.
Wow.
She just,
what a wonderful thing to say about
she
someone.
just has this ability to, she can fend for herself. Push her in a corner and she will push everybody.
She can make it happen.
She can make it happen. She can make it happen. But she's so beautiful on the outside, but even more glorious on the inside.
Wow. What a
She's
best
just
friend.
so wonderful.
That's a great best friend to have right there. To be able to say that about your best friend means you have the right best friend.
She's so wonderful. So wonderful.
I love that. Okay, tell me about Ken Johnson, her husband.
Ken, oh my gosh. He is my southern brother from another mother and father. Ken is from Birmingham, Alabama, and we have this, like, I don't know, the moment that I met him, I knew that I had a big brother in him.
You can tell he looks out for you.
And he
cares.
does. And I love when you meet a man and he cannot wait to tell you about his wife, that makes you love him even more.
Totally.
You know, there's something about that. And he just adores Andy, and they just have this beautiful love.
And he's an incredible cook.
He's an amazing cook. He's an amazing brother. He's a great husband. He's a great friend. He's a brother. He's a brother not just to myself, but to my husband, which I feel as a wife, it's so important to know and have a relationship with the men that are closest to your husband.
Mm-hmm.
And he and Kyle have this fellowship, this brotherhood that is so beautiful and so sacred that I love that. You know, we have that amongst us ladies. We have our sisterhood. You know, you and I, we're very much kindred spirits.
Totally.
And you know, we have this safe place where it makes our husbands feel good that their women have other women that they have a safe place with. And that's the same for us. Like, we want to see our husbands.
So you know Kyle is safe with Ken.
Absolutely. And you know, Ken is, like you said, he's an incredible cook.
Hillbilly Supper Club.
Hillbilly Supper Club. He started all of that. He's an amazing cook. His parents are so wonderful.
And they have Huck and Lily. They have their children's
Huck and Lily, their children's record. And we do a fun episode with Ryan Seacrest Studios at the Vanderbilt Children's Hospital for the kids there. And
I gotta pause 1 second.
It's so wonderful, but they're just good people. I know. I can talk for days about both Ken and Andy.
You do something though that I think is really cool, because on this show, it is like so great, and it is about, like, you know, your life and Kyle's life, but you have made it a point. Every person on this show, you highlight what they're doing. And you feature that. Like, you featured Huck and Lily on the show. And, like, you feature my podcast on the show. And, like, you take a moment and you feature, like, Dave is your guitar player. And, obviously, he's a big part of your life. You brought him on the show. Like, you want him in your life. And Allison. And then Jen, of course. Like, love Jen. She's doing her music and dating. Like, you make it a point to highlight each person. Which I think is really cool, because you didn't have to do that.
Well, I mean, I feel so blessed to have, and I don't like I said earlier, I don't like speaking for other people. I'll speak for my husband because we are one. But we want to see good people do great things. And if we can make good people, their dreams become a reality, if we can help blossom and fertilize that, then that's what we want to do. So whatever we can do to shine a light on good people and the great things that they're doing. I mean, we're so blessed. We wake up and, you know, even shooting this show for CMT, we wake up and, you know, we get to hang out with a crew and a production company that is so wonderful and so much fun, and we get to mark off things on our bucket list and make memories together, document those memories. And I always think, man, gosh, I mean, just season 2, it's 2016. What are we going to do, like, when we are 80 and we have these memories, these, you know, beautiful memories that we've been able to document, and we can reflect back on when we're 80, 90 years old. We can watch the show. I think it's so special to be able to document that with your friends. And,
I love that you view life like that.
I don't know. I guess I'm always kind of looking. I'm very much in the present moment, but I'm always looking at just as much as I am in the present moment, I am always in that moment of what am I going to think 50 years from now looking back at this footage?
Right.
Am I going to be proud of the woman I see?
Yeah.
Am I going to be proud of that person that I'm looking at? You know, and the thing is at the same time, you can't beat yourself up over it. There's always room for improvement. There's always growth. There's always, you know, when we're 80 and we look at season 2 of I Love KP, when we're in season 85, hopefully, or who knows, we want to look back and we want to go, I'm so proud of what Caroline and what myself, we're so proud of the women that we were with what we knew and what we had.
Speaking of Maya Angelou, she says a quote, do the best you can until you know better, then do better.
Absolutely.
And that is how I feel too, and I feel like you subscribe to that same philosophy. Do the very best that you can with what the knowledge that you have, but as soon as you get new knowledge, improve yourself.
Grow. And it's so interesting with traveling. That's one reason why I love to travel.
It grows your mind.
It's because once your brain, once your mind, your eyes see something new, you can never unsee what's been seen.
Yes.
So your mind, your brain grows. It expands. And you go, oh, gosh. Once you've grown, it's like a flower. It's like these little flowers. There's probably 4 or 5 different plants in this little potter here. Those roots are growing in there. But if we take this, if I take this little, I think this is a katana little flower. I'm horrible. But if we put this in the yard, these roots are going to grow even bigger. And it's never going to unsee what bee has come over and pollinated.
It will never not be.
It will never not be. But you just, your mind is like a root, and it will grow as far as you
let it
allow it to. Yeah, as far as you let it.
You like to grow your brain. That's exciting for you.
Yeah, so my brain is like one big root, and I just want to be in the biggest field that I can be in so that my roots can
You just want to know and learn as much as you can.
Yeah.
I love that about you, Kelly.
So, but you're the same way.
I think that's why I'm drawn to you. I love how you do your life. I love how you do your marriage. I love how you do your life. I love how you do your friendships. I love your goals. Like, you want to have success and you want to do your passion, but you also, like, you want to use your life for a bright light. And I love that because not everyone in your position does that. And I find that inspiring.
Well, I think you're wonderful, and I think you are very inspirational in your story, what you have to share, our private talks, as well as our public talks.
Over bottles of champagne.
Yes, and whiskey. Cheers, Kampai. But you're an amazing woman, so, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe, right?
Amen, girl. Okay, so tell me about Dave Baker and Allison Baker. We talked a little bit about Allison, how fantastic she is.
Allison is one of my dearest friends. I love her so much. She's one of those women that you come across, and I keep saying this, she's such a bright light.
She is.
She motivates you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Healthy from the inside out.
Because she does the work.
I mean, she's a marathon runner. She works out. She's so disciplined. Her, the dedication that she has to not only her marriage and her friends, but herself is so inspirational. She probably, out of most anyone I've ever met or known in my life, I would say she challenges me, and she probably doesn't know this, but she challenges me to be the better version of myself than most anyone has ever challenged me.
Tell me how she does that.
She lives by example.
Hell yeah.
She is one of those people that, you know, her husband plays guitar in my band, Dave, and he is a brother. He's someone that I could, you know, he can come over to the bus and us sit and talk and solve all the world's problems, and he's a sanctuary. He's a big brother to me. I never had a big brother. I'm the oldest in my family that I know of. But I always wanted a big brother growing up. And I feel that both Ken and Dave are that for me. They are a safe place for not just myself, but for my husband. My husband loves them as though they are brothers. And so they are brothers to me as well. But there's something about Dave and Allison that I'm so drawn to, and Kyle is drawn to as well. She has this electricity.
She does. She's passionate.
She is passionate, but she has this electricity in her presence that I don't know, draws you close to her.
I agree
she's
with you.
Smart.
Yes,
she's beautiful. She looks like she just walked off America's Next Top Model.
I mean, she's gorgeous.
But the beauty on the inside, which is so hard to beat on the outside because she's so stunning, but that heart of hers is so pure and so golden.
And she's got a little bit of an edge too, which I love.
She's got this crazy edge. Like, she keeps me hip. Yes. I call it hippity hop because, like, she's a data scientist. You know, she's researching and helping to find cures and run, numbers. I don't even know how to explain what she does. I just tell people she's an astronaut because that's easier than explain what she does. Which the two have nothing in common.
But they might as well be the same
But they
thing.
might as well be the same thing because I don't know anything about either one as far as work goes. But no, she's just so smart and so wise and so kind and so wonderful, and she is a great wife, a great friend, a great sister, and she's just an amazing woman. And Dave is such an amazing man, and we're just so blessed to have that community.
And they've been married for a long time.
Yes, they've been together for a long time, and
they've grown and evolved together, stuck by each other.
You see couples like that just, as outsiders, you look and you go, God, they just got it together.
Yep.
And so what's the secret? We all have those talks, off the record, off camera. So what's the secret? And they're just good people, and they're in love, and they take care of each other. And the same way Ken and Andy take care of each other, and you and Michael take care of each other, and Kyle and I, we take care of each other. And that community that you build, that fellowship that you build with that community of brothers and sisters, that is so beautiful and wonderful. It changes everything. It really does.
It changes everything.
It's because it's so hard to not become a product of your environment.
Totally.
So the people that you spend the most time with, when you clock out of work,
you become that.
It's so hard not to.
Yep.
So you surround yourself by people that you want to be like. Nobody's perfect. Kyle and I, we're far from perfect. Nobody's perfect. But we want to, when you and Michael are with us, we want y'all to go, oh, we want to be with them. And we, in the same, want to be with y'all. And we can pull and learn and grow from each other's experiences and just develop a beautiful fellowship together. So, I don't know.
I love that. The dogs are out here. Peanut, come on. Hop up. Hop up. Come on, Peanut. So, Kelly has these two precious dogs. Come on, Peanut and Pixie.
Oh, Pixie.
Come on.
All right. Don't be weird.
Tell me about the dogs,
Okay.
Peanut and Pixie, because they were on the first season. They
were.
The dog llama came and talked to them.
Yes, the doggy llama.
The doggy llama.
And pretty much, I mean, long story short, I guess I am their bitch. Pretty much. They own me.
They do?
Yeah, they do. They sass and boss me. Look at that face.
How could you not be owned by Peanut, though? I mean, Pixie, I love Pixie, but she's a little more emo.
What's emo mean?
Emo, she's a little bit more like, she's gonna, she's not quite as like open as Peanut is.
Peanut's the life of the party.
Exactly.
Pixie is very much
take the time to work.
Give me a reason to trust you, and I'll think about it.
Peanut's like,
Peanut's like, you're welcome.
You're welcome to be in my presence. I know I'm freaking cute.
Yeah, and I got it going on, and love on me. Look at him.
I mean, he's in my lap right now,
he knows we're talking about him.
Okay, so we got to wrap up the cast. I'm not gonna make you talk about me because we've done this podcast and we know we love each other.
No, I'm gonna talk about you.
But Jen, tell me about Jen.
Jen, I'm going to talk about both of y'all. You cannot say we're not going to talk about you, because
you talk about me.
No,
in front of my
you're
face.
not making me do anything. I'm speaking my own free will. It's not. There's nobody standing here like gagging me. I feel so blessed to have met both of you. I'll talk about Jen, and then I'm going to talk about you.
Okay.
I love Jen so much. I will say that she is so obviously beautiful.
Like a supermodel.
She's
5'11", blonde,
beautiful,
sweet.
But that sweet heart of hers makes her even more radiant.
I totally agree.
And, I met both of you girls at the same time, and you're the same way. You both are such a bright light and such, I don't know. It's this feeling. You know how some people come into your life and you go, we talked about this earlier in the kitchen. They're either going to be acquaintances.
Totally.
They may come in your life and go, and all is well. Mm-hmm. But then there's these people that come into your life and they are like a lantern. There's such a light where it's like this lantern that you want to carry with you through the rest of your time here to just help lead the way. And both of you are very much like that.
Sweet.
And I mean that. You really are, both of you. I love Jen. She's so talented, an amazing songwriter and singer, and just more importantly, just a great person. And you're the same. You're the same.
Thanks,
You're such a bright light, and I love being around other women that are in love with their significant other.
I totally agree with you.
And we can share this sisterhood. We can call each other or come and vent in each other's kitchen and say, oh my gosh, Kyle did this or Michael did that or whatever. And you talk about it, and you move on because it's so tedious. It's so tiny over, out of the big picture. But you are such a beautiful, beautiful, bright light. Aww. And so wonderful. And I'm very, very, very blessed to have you in my life. Well, I'm blessed that my husband is able to call you a sister, and I'm blessed to call you a sister as well. And you're just amazing. And
I'm so happy that our paths have drawn us to each other even more.
Yes.
I think it's such a blessing, and it happens so naturally, and it's just been so fun to get to do.
So great. So great. And we have so many amazing memories to make together.
Craziest stuff ever.
Who knows what the future holds?
Who knows? And I knew Kyle for a while because I was a songwriter.
You've known him longer than I've known him.
I've known Kyle for years and years and years.
For probably what, 13?
Probably about I've been in town about 12, 13 years. And I've known him the whole time.
Yeah.
I've always loved Kyle.
So, I mean, it's so great when I mentioned earlier about when your friends love your partner.
Yes.
Oh, it makes the biggest difference. And when your partner is engaged and loves and wants to take care of your friends,
it's such a blessing.
It's a great thing.
And so that is the cast of your show.
Yes.
All these people who have such truly good hearts, good intentions. They're all passionate about what they're doing.
I feel like we need to change the show title. It should not be I Love Me. It should be like I love everybody's amazing.
But I'll tell you why I Love Kellie Pickler is such a great title. Because I like to throw it back to that show I Love Lucy.
I love Lucy.
Who doesn't love Lucy?
Did you grow up watching Lucille Ball?
I love Lucy, and it's the same kind of concept. Although I Love Lucy is the title, the whole show is fun. You know, it's a up.
There's Ethel. There's Fred.
Yes, but the whole
Ricky Ricardo.
It's a whole positive vibe, and I feel like
it's all in good fun.
It's kind of the new I Love Lucy.
Oh, God bless you.
I love that.
I love her. I love you. I love everything you just said.
But it's just love. It's just love.
Life's so short,
it's
and
a love,
this is a pinprick out of eternity.
It's a pinprick, and your show, to me, is all about love and fun and being real and inspiring people. And so the whole cast is of that same mindset, and that's awesome.
Thank you, baby.
And I love it. Okay, so I like to wrap up with, because I can talk to you forever.
I can talk to you forever. I'm sure we'll wrap this up, and then we'll talk for the next 5 hours.
I know, right? Like, we have a whole bottle of champagne.
I know, we do. A big bottle.
It's a big bottle, man.
It's a Mac Daddy bottle.
I'm down. I like to wrap up with, first off, tell me about the season. Like, what can we look forward to for the remaining episodes? And then I like to wrap up with leave your light. So leave inspiration.
Okay. So as far as the rest of the season goes, I would say it's an adrenaline-packed.
It's crazy this season.
It's fun. We go skydiving with the Golden Knights, and we go to Japan, and we're just chasing dreams.
Already did Family Feud.
And
obstacle course in the air.
Yes, and whatnot. So we are adrenaline junkie packed season. Fun. Lot of love. Lot of laughter. Lot of hillbilly supper club.
Together.
Yes, food. Ken, he's the cook. Kills it every time. Yes, right? Yes. And it's so wonderful. He's so great. Everybody's so wonderful. And I mean, these are short little 30-minute episodes. There's 13 episodes, 30 minutes. And we just want to make people laugh, make them smile, make them think. And just, I don't know, be a bright light.
I love it. Okay, so leave your light.
Leave your light. Speaking of light.
Leave your light.
Leave your light. I guess as far as the light I would like to leave,
tell him, Peanut.
That's Peanut.
Peanut has something to
Peanut's
say.
going to tell you everything.
Yep.
I feel extremely blessed, and I am blessed for many reasons. I would like to help other people see and focus their energy on the blessings they do have. It's so easy to be pulled in the direction of what I don't have and just what I want. And that negative, I guess, path. So I think for me, I would want to, and I try to encourage others, and I struggle with this myself, of putting my energy into things that truly matter, and putting my energy into things that are and can be beautiful in the world. So I guess leave your light, shine your light on things that matter, and don't get wrapped up and tied down and sucked into that world of negativity.
Yep.
Life can be like quicksand, and it has the tendency to pull you under if you let it. If you submit to that quicksand, it will suck you under. So shine your light on the beautiful parts of the world, good people, good company, good intentions, and be positive. So shine a light on being positive. We all have our moments, but never let the darkness completely, I guess, drown out the light. So I don't know. Does that make sense?
it makes sense, and you're not just saying it. You're not just talking the talk. You're walking the walk.
You're a doll, baby.
So, cheers to you for being a bright light, Kellie Pickler.
Kampai.
Kampai.
Love you,
See
dear.
you in Tokyo, man.
Amen. We need
Y'all tune in to
Yes.
Kellie Pickler. I love
Yes.
Kellie Pickler. CMT on Thursdays, and you'll see her in Tokyo.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, love you, Kellie. Bye.